Good evening, VV Nation. My name is Ryan and welcome to the channel. It's Thursday, so you know it's going to be Semiconductor Thursday. Now, that being said, there's a big name, and really the reason for all the hype in the first place is going to be Nvidia. As I was taking a look at its chart, it's showing me a very interesting chart pattern saying that, hey, there might be some bullish opportunities coming in the very near future. I know the stock's been moving to the side, so in tonight's presentation, we are going to break down Nvidia's stock chart in a very technical manner. And on top of that, there's another AI play that we haven't discussed on the channel. Between me and Glenn, I would say at least a month. I know the space, hasn't been in the best shape, but this stock is making huge moves to the upside, and it's a smaller cap company, giving you those potential bags that Nvidia gave us just last year. All right, here's Nvidia, one of the most needed companies in the world right now. Like I said, the stock's been moving to the side. You see price action here. I got the date line back on July 3rd. This is a 3-month chart. The close was at 128. If we see now, look, we're around still in the 120s. Right now we're on 122. I'm recording this around 11:30 in the morning. This is the pattern I wanted to show you, right? Symmetrical triangle. If you don't know what that is, essentially you just connect the top of these swing highs, creating a trend line to the upside, and repeating this process down at the bottom, connecting the lows here, creating another trend line. You see a triangle forming. If I go to a 1-year chart, the symmetrical triangle coming to an head, and this is what I wanted to get to in today's video. If you've never played one of these, you want to wait for consolidation to break outside of this triangle here. Now, if you're already in this position, you did some bottom fishing here, not mad at all. With price action above the 20-day EMA, 3 just crossed the 8 as of today. We do have a nice body candlestick here, an upper wick forming over the last 20-30 minutes. We see the high came in at 124.36. Now, if you want some confirmation, clearly, obviously, get above the trend line here. But this level here, I put a horizontal line, because I know there typically can be some wild swings after the breakout from this consolidation of the symmetrical triangle. Now, the level I'm looking here for the upside is around 130, and to the downside, if I do another one, it's going to be right at the top of these swing lows here. It's going to be around 108. So if you're thinking of a stop criteria, typically I like to use a trailing stop, maybe 10 or 15%. But if you're looking for a hard line in the sand here, we do have 108, just to prevent us from some volatility here as we approach the end of this triangle with the consolidation getting more narrow. The item that I really like about Nvidia, I've talked about this on the channel quite a bit here, is the valuation. Now, our valuation is pretty stringent, especially for growth companies or semiconductor companies in general here. But look at the valuation, $132, with the stock currently undervalued right now. We see price action going to the upside, chasing value as well to the upside here. I think this is a no-brainer. We see a fresh buy recommendation on the stock as of right now. Now, I did want to show you something pretty cool today, and this is going to be the options volume app in Options Pro. Now, you can see here, this is the volume of all the strike prices here in these bars. I see a lot of large volume as far as calls at the 125 strike price. Now, in addition to that, a little bit further out of the money, I do see a lot of volume coming in at the 130. And if I scroll over, down below, we do have this ratio here comparing volume of puts compared to calls. You can see in all these categories here for these strike prices going out to November 15th, call volume is greatly outweighing put volume right now. So as far as the option market, it does seem pretty bullish on Nvidia. All right, here it is, the special stock I want to give you. You've been watching the channel for a while. You've probably heard this before. It's Vertiv or Vertiv Holdings. The stock symbol is VRT. That being said, there's big news coming out about this stock here. The first is going to be based out of Columbus, Ohio. Now, they did come out with a new UPS system that is an uninterruptible power supply system. The importance of that introduces high performance, expanded features, and greater flexibility to today's most dynamic computing environments. Big news coming out yesterday when it comes to this position here, expands its North American operations. You can see the article right behind me. The new facility is going to be geared towards the AI data center demand and will be based out of South Carolina. Here's another article I found with a price projection of $145, giving it 49% potential to the upside. Now let's go ahead and jump in the VectorVest 7 system and see how it matches with our proprietary indicators. Now with the stock up again over 1% today. Now my bigger concern here, now I know the last article was giving it 49% upside with its intrinsic value, but we only value the company at $65, so it is overvalued in the VectorVest metrics. On a more positive note, look at the fundamentals here. RVRS, very strong ratings above 1, relative timing 1.7. This thing's got a whole lot of magnitude shooting to the upside. That is the reason why I wanted to put it on your radar today. It does have a buy recommendation with double-digit sales growth rate and forecasted earnings growth rate. This stock is a no-brainer. All right, here it is on the chart. So we're going to break it down. Like I said, I haven't mentioned the stock, and Glenn hasn't mentioned it in quite a bit of time. I can see why here. I got some sell recommendations. The whole semiconductor and AI space been in the struggle box as of late. If we take a look at the low, coming in at $62.42. The stock was on a severe pullback, but to follow suit, look at the run that it's had as of late. I mean, all the moving averages are in our favor, just hit a brand new 3-month high. Clear break above the most recent resistance zone at 96.49, now becoming a level support. Down below, I have the green line here. This represents our valuation. What's giving me some optimism is that the valuation is on the rise. If we use the date line here, the stock was only valued at $52 just 3 months ago. And as of today, if we look at the valuation, $65. So the valuation of this stock, just on our metrics, has gone up 30% in the last 3 months. That's why I'm saying this stock's showing a lot of momentum to the upside, and I just wanted to put it on your radar. Now, with all this information in hand, I hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation. If you see the potential to make some money with Vertiv Holdings here, or like the analysis when it comes to Nvidia, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it amongst your social circles so that way they can get notified as well. Have a good night.